My Thursday afternoon chat today is with Jase of Duck Dynasty. Mr. Jase Robertson.
Hey, what's going on?
I appreciate you taking time, sir.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And a new book out from Jase called Good Call, Reflections on Faith, Family, and Foul. Let's roll into first question right here. The most, you can go most starstruck moment in this whole Duck Dynasty journey, or just all of a sudden, what's it like that people know who you are?
Well, okay, when millions of people started watching, what I didn't realize is that then when you go out in public, people recognize you. And so just going from point A to point B has been incredibly difficult without, being noticed. But, I think my family has handled it pretty well. We tried to turn it into something positive and to use all the success into doing things that, not only whether it's from, helping kids who are battling cancer to, just doing things that give people a reason to smile despite difficulty, because our show is a little unique in that you can watch it from all ages, kids to grandparents, and you don't have to worry about the content, but it's family oriented and it's real life stuff. So it's been a crazy ride.
Now, as millions of people watch the show, and your children are on the television, and complete strangers get to know the lives of your children. What have you done to, protect, as a parent? What have you done to protect the kids? Does that bother you, make you nervous, anything like that?
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't think about, how it was going to affect my kids, because my family, we're grounded, and I think we got the big stuff right. We've never been pursuing fame and fortune, and I think that being the case, we've handled it pretty well. But my kids, that has been the biggest challenge, because it's not that they didn't handle it well, they're just not mature enough to realize, just because a lot of people are saying things, right, doesn't mean that it's true. And, I've had to sit down with my boys multiple times and say, look, you got to keep this in perspective here. You're not the greatest thing since sliced bread. It doesn't matter how many people, little girl said that on social media or whatever.
Right.
And, but what the positive has been with that is that it's caused us to spend a whole lot more time with our kids, because we're trying to protect them and keep their focus, on the things that they should be focused on. So I just made a pact with my wife and to make a decision that before I walk in this house every day, I'm going to try to do something positive for each one of my kids. And so when you do that on a daily basis, you'd be amazed how things get better and you have a lot of good, meaningful conversations.
Phil from Duck Dynasty, part of your family, does an interview with GQ magazine, obviously a controversial topic, but he was basically just dumped upon by the media, and they just all went after him. So when you guys got back together and had this private little family meeting when everything blew up, 10 being mega intense, 1 being calm and cool, how tense was that family meeting?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say, as far as intensity, I would say maybe a 2. It wasn't that intense. I think it's difficult for people to realize, because, when they only read the media stuff about it, people make it a lot bigger than it is. I mean, we were all from the show when that happened. It was during the Christmas holidays, and most of the panic happened because, we weren't communicating. We were all scattered to the 4 winds. But once we all got together, people know how my dad is. He believes what he believes, and so do we. But that does not translate into, how you treat people. And, we love everybody, and we treat people with respect. And so, it's something that we didn't really worry about that much. We've been surprised at how everything just got blew out of proportion and blew up. But, that's all you can do is stay true to your faith and your love for people and stick together, and hopefully through all that you can make some positive inroads into people's lives. I mean, that's what we try to do.
On all of this, the taping and everything, have you guys, your family ever had thoughts of writing David Crowder into one of the episodes? Because he looks like a long-lost brother.
No, I mean, I think you'd be surprised on, the show. The ideas for the episodes are either from us or, things that are going on. And we kind of know where we're going, but how we're getting there is totally left up to us. It's probably a lot more real than you would think. So it's like next week's episode, which is one of my favorites, is, Reed graduated high school, my oldest son, and, we told him he's graduating high school. Here's kind of what we're going to do, and you're welcome to film it. And there's a lot of real moments. There's a lot of things that we film just on, our own video camera to have as a normal family, with having your son graduate. And the show just kind of got confused around that event. And it's one of my favorite episodes. I think it's funny, but it's touching. And, everybody that has kids that graduate knows all the things that goes along with it. It was kind of like the episode with my daughter Mia, the finale from season 5. That surgery was real. The things we did were real life. And they film it, and they have ideas, and we do certain things, but that's just kind of how it works. I think that's been the magic with the show, is that it's just, we try to be ourselves, and they edit things and have different ideas, but what comes together is something that's different and unique in the TV world. And so who knew that would work, but that's just kind of how it goes.
Craziest thing, Jase, that you've ever eaten?
The craziest thing that I've ever eaten. Boy, I've eaten a lot that I know that I've eaten, because I'm telling you, when you eat a gumbo in Louisiana, I mean, there's no telling what's in there.
I experienced that, yeah. I said, just stop telling me.
But I think the craziest thing that I ever tried to eat was a coot and oyster gumbo, and I wouldn't recommend it. It was pretty musty. A coot is a kind of one of the low-end ducks. We really don't pursue them, but there was some Cajuns we had as guests, and they made a oyster and coot gumbo, and it was just a big slimy soup.
Oh.
And it stayed with me for, I'd say, at least 5 days. That's the first thing that popped into my head, But I tried most things once, I mean, we're big, we're not ashamed of our belief in God. And, there's an interesting passage in Genesis 9 that God told Noah. He said, basically, anything that walks, crawls, flies, or swims, you can eat it. It would become food for you. And so I've tried that out.
Yeah. Talk to me about camo just for a couple seconds. I got to get that in.
I'm telling you, I think the camouflage revolutionized, hunting. I mean, now that you can get yourself where you can literally just appear in the woods. And something I've always done as a kid is I'll deck myself out in camo, put black face paint on any, part of my face. And if you walk at the speed of the woods, and what I mean by that is the wind will be blowing and you'll see how the trees are moving. If you just creep through the woods, nothing in the woods knows that you're a human. And it's amazing what you can see. And that's how I think you become a great hunter.
Jase, appreciate the time. All the best.
Man, I appreciate it.
The Q.
It's Afternoons with Jayar.